welcome back to Robocraft. It has been quite a while since we have played the game on this channel, and I've decided today we shall rejoin the Robo Adventure, not where we left off, because as a lot of you probably know since my last video on Robocraft, there's been a lot of updates. So I shall quickly just go over the stuff that I don't think was in the last episode, which is quite a lot. I think if I go to my tech tree quickly, since my last episode we've had curved blocks introduced, all of the new shields, even though they might have been, I think I did do an episode on them possibly, I'm not sure, I can't really remember. And also we have had these to be introduced, these curved rod things, aero rods, which I'm sort of using, sort of not using, trying to play around with them for a bit of fun really. And I think that covers almost everything that has been added in that short little update. There's also been changes to a lot of the guns and a lot of the mechanics of the game. So today we are building a robot in Robocraft. I know it's a big surprise, isn't it? To be specific, I don't really know what we're building. Seeing as I've got quite a bit of money, but I've got plasma bombers. Plasma's in my inventory as it is. We'll be building something with plasma. And our movement shall probably be... Ooh, I could do flyer, but I think I'm going to go with a helicopter of some configuration. And we will obviously be trying to use our lovely new aero rods. So I'm going to start off with them, basically. So these are only tier 6 ones. Can I unlock the tier 7 ones, maybe? Just to make it a bit more, because I'm trying to go for tier 7, tier 8, so I don't want to have tier 6 armor, really. Just unlock all of these, if I've got the tech points. I do believe I do. 4,377 tier 7 tech points remaining. That is a lot of tech points. Bloody hell. I'm just looking at my tech points now. I have quite a few. Apart from tier 1, I only have 77 in tier 1. And tier 9. I'm lacking in those two tiers. So I've unlocked... I guess these get unlocked anyway because they're just normal blocks. But I don't... not a fan of them myself. So I shall buy some of these. I know it's one of each. I wanted to buy 10 of each. If I can afford 10 of each, hopefully. Hopefully I can. Actually, I won't buy... Does this not work anymore? What? Okay, apparently I can't buy 10 of them now. So I'll just get 4 of them each, I guess. They're not the cheapest of things. And I want to have some money just in case I change my mind on what I'm building halfway through. Which is always possible, as you'll probably know. So we shall start off with our aero rods that are in chassis. I'm not really with it today, am I? No, wrong key. I'm playing the wrong game too much at the moment. So we're going to start off with this sort of... I don't know really. I don't like this though. Or do I like this? No, I don't. Let me start off with some extra blocks. So what I'm going to plan on doing is something trying to be clever. So I'm going to try and prevent damage from reaching my pilot seat basically. That is the plan at least. So whether this works or not, I do not know. So that's going to come into a singular one, but I'm going to do downwards first, because then I'll place just one up here, then down. Hopefully this will connect still. I've got a feeling it's not going to. No, apparently it is. So that's what I'm going to go with, because this is going to be a singular rotor at the back, I do believe. So I'll go down again like that. So what the plan is to try and reduce the amount of damage. So if I just delete those blocks... Wow, there's new sounds for that. I did not know that. So I'm trying to just reduce the amount of damage that can get to my pilot seat really. Is the main plan, but without weakening everything too much. I'm going to go with that for now. Also I'll thicken this up a bit in a moment. Actually if I do that now. So I'm going to delete that block there. So that entire back end feeds straight into this, which isn't really what I want. So I would flip that block, yeah, that's what I wanted to do, because then I can just build this around to here. There's a definite plan to what I'm doing, I'm not just making this up as I go along. I would never do such a thing. And then we're going to build this up. It's not the most pretty of things, I'll give you that, but it should hopefully offer my pilot quite a lot of protection. That's the plan at least. So now we've got this kind of interesting base thing going on. I shall add my aero rods, which I've been waiting to use for quite some time now, in a good build. So I guess we're going to do something sort of like this. I don't know how big my hover blades or heli blades are. Quite is the answer. There's no way I'm going to get 2 in there. Also, do I put them on the top or do I put them on the bottom? I'm going to need a bit more space, so actually I'm going to go back to my chassis. I'm just going to ignore my problems that I have at the moment. Keep pressing X. I've been playing Besiege. Too much Besiege. I think I'm going to go for the bottom, so I'm going to lower these down a little bit. The idea behind these using prisms instead of blocks is that this should hopefully make everything a little bit stronger, more durable, and just a bit better really. So now I will add, there's loads of new sound effects I keep noticing randomly. Can I do this? This is an interesting idea. What? Why is that not? Okay, that seems to be broken. Can I place a block on there? Nope. Can I do it? Why is this not? What? Okay, this is interesting. Maybe we won't be going with this design, since it doesn't seem to be working. What if I try and go into a practice? I have no functional cubes connected. Yeah, whatever. I don't know why it's done that, but it does appear to have done that. Can I place more of these on these? No. Why is this? Is there some new mechanic I don't know about, or something that's preventing me from? I don't know. Let me just. Why is it? Okay, so it's not placing over there now. So I've just ruined everything that I've placed down. So I need to add another block into that gap there. So I don't know what's happening here at the moment, to be honest with you. That's my honest. I've literally not got a clue why this has done this. But I'll go with it, because if it allows me to have it and it's working fine, then I don't have an issue with it. They're still too close together. Let's work our way back a bit more then. And add a block to that. I've run out of blocks now. That's a pain. Let me just go buy some more. I generally try to be organised, but I'm not at the moment, and I really am not. It's too much effort, so I've got... Why can't I... I'm sure, have they changed like the button for this or something? Because you used to be able to buy 10 at a time, and now I have to spam click all of them, which is a giant pain. They must have changed the key or something. I don't know. I simply don't know. Someone will be able to tell me somewhere, and then I shall be deeply embarrassed by my lack of knowledge of this game. So let's go back to do some cubes here. Okay, now let me try adding them. Still not in hardware. I'm still not back used to this game. Okay, so those are actually attached now. I'm not sure about having them at the bottom. They feel very open. If I just have to hover down low. If I go into practice, I've why is stuff not? Okay, new plan for the episode. We're not using aero rods anymore. Sorry if you were coming to this episode expecting aero rods. We're not using them anymore. They don't seem to be working. So I'm just gonna have to use blocks for now, anyway. Unless I work out halfway through why they're not working. Can I use the straight ones maybe? So I can just try and incorporate some of them into this design. Maybe if I try some of the lower tier ones. Is it something to do with tiering? Is that it? Do I need to get into the correct tier maybe? Because I know there's been everything about like over tiering bots and stuff. So maybe if I can just get myself up a tier or something. So I was in tier 6 before, so let me now try. Maybe, I don't really know. I'm just trying to throw some ideas out here, you know. Maybe these are gonna attach now. Okay, I did this last time. Okay, so it's got one of them working, but not the other one. This is really strange. I think I've maybe add that back on. Well, that worked last time I over-tiered myself, so maybe if I add some more weapons, because I'm only in tier 7, so if I take it up to tier 8, grab a block. This might work now. Nope, still doesn't like it. Okay, we're not using aero rods now. It's official. I thought maybe they would work. I didn't try the straight ones, did I? Let me try some low tier ones. I don't particularly want to use low tier ones, but if it works. No. Let's go to the straight ones now. See if these work. I doubt they're going to work though. It's just not going to happen, is it? Wait. Oh my goodness, it's worked. I'm a literal genius. There seems to be something wrong with the curved ones. So we shall be building with these straight ones now then. That solved all my problems. It hasn't really, because it doesn't look as good. So we shall be going with the same design, I guess. But I'm going to place an actual block underneath here for a bit more protection, hopefully. And now we shall grab our movement, and we shall be going with some tier 7 heli blades. So we're kind of going with this build design now. I've got no idea if this is going to work at all well or not. And I've got another feeling I'm going to run out of blocks rather soon. Even though I've got plenty of money to go and buy some more. So the plan is that this will work fantastically first time, every time. Like all of my builds do. It's going to be amazing, guys. Literally. It's going to be fantastic. And it's going to look great. It doesn't really look that great, does it? Be honest with me, guys. Just be honest. It's different. I'll give it. It's different. Now there is a key. I cannot remember which key it is. It's not that key. I want the key to move my robot forward. There we go. It's that key. Just move it forward in my garage so I can now build backwards. So we now shall grab some more of our aero rods, and we'll go for some of the long ones, I think. But what I'm going to do is try and bring another block. I thought that was a block, but it's not, is it? Add another block to there, and then build it back somewhat like this. And then add the aero rods. I don't know why they're called aero rods either, because they don't like fly or anything. They're just there, really. So then we shall. This is where our rear rotor will be placed, hopefully, if I can place blocks back here. That is. I've only got 3 of my prisms left, before I have to go buy some more. So this one will again be going downwards, or at least facing in a downwards trajectory, because that seems to work in this game. So we just go with a smaller tier 8 one. And before, I don't like this. I might try and double this up like I have at the back as well, actually. Or maybe how big are the long ones is the question. Because maybe I could potentially add a set of the. Let me just place these over there somewhere. If I rotate that to there, because those are still connected there, yeah, and then add these into here just to give it a bit more protection, hopefully, and place these up and down. And I ran out of cubes, just as I said I would. I do believe. Where am I looking? There we go. So I just need one of them, because I've like placed one on the other side, but I haven't placed one on this side. So that's possibly going to be our base structure. So that allows me hopefully to still place some guns underneath and guns on top, which should give us a nice trajectory of fire. That's the plan anyway. So we're going to have like a mixture of guns underneath and above, so that we can like not get killed by stuff above us, which is a real problem with these type of vehicles, because you get a flyer above you. There's new things on my left hand side. So obviously I'm still level 1, and this does actually seem particularly maneuverable. I'm quite enjoying this so far. I'm not sure about the blade underneath yet, but we'll find out soon enough. I'm not sure what tier I'm in either at the moment. So I shall go back to our mothership, and we shall be adding some weapons and some more armour, and possibly even some electroplates, depending on how I feel, or how I feel this vehicle will take it. I need more of these. Desperately need more of these. I keep going to press control to buy loads of them. It's rather annoying. Let's get 20 quickly. That should do for now. And turn my mirror line back on. There we go. Just adding a bit more protection around here. And I'll add one up here as well. Even though that's not connecting, it just adds a bit more protection via blocks. So now these are quite. I reckon I can get some of hardware, some shields. I've still have to put my guns in, but I reckon I can get a set of these in, maybe, hopefully. I've got plenty of RP still, so it's not a big issue at the moment. So I shall be selecting a set of these bad boys. I'll try and place them there actually. And if I place them on the other way around, we've got an issue with those blocks there. What if I move them out? No. If I place a block underneath, or place a block like that, because I just want them to match up with the rest of the robot really. Still on the wrong side now. Now they interfere with that. That's an issue, isn't it? I'll place them back a block as well. Oops, daisy. And go with the right hand one. I always keep picking the wrong one at the moment. They're too low is the issue. They're too high there. If I remove these and just work around my shields really, because everything revolves around the protection I can get to my rotor blades, even though I said that and I'm protecting, not really having a lot of protection around my rotor blades. So that's protecting the joints to the rotor blades really from fire from the front, and hopefully that shall do a good job of it. Now we come to adding our weapons. So we're top tier 7, so we're going to be aiming. Can I possibly keep this in tier 7 is the question. Maybe. So definitely add some guns there, possibly not though. So how they're going to interact with each other is the issue. So if I now go to the underside of this thing, and I can see absolutely nowhere to place a gun. We have to build weapons into this basically, is what I'm saying. Because with the way it's been built and designed, well I say designed, I mean made by me. So that gives us 4 guns on the top, not particularly well protected guns, but I will do something about that now. Can I possibly maybe get these to work? These would be rather useful at the moment. If I could get these to curve inwards, perhaps. Perhaps they won't do anything and they'll just turn these blocks red, but no, they're working now. Okay. Good job. Good job, Robocraft. Well done. So I need more of them though. More. Please sir, can I have some more? That's a reference. Much. And this shall work perfectly basically. It won't work perfectly at all. Okay, I've just gone through my robot there. Still an alpha I suppose. Let me. Okay, that block fits there, so let's just go with it. If it fits, if the glove fits and it adds a bit more blocks, yeah, I quite like that. So I can add just a little block here. There we go, that's worked quite nicely. So that gives us 4 guns pointing forwards, and now I need some weapons in the underside really. So fortunately I've managed to end up with this kind of thing here, which means I can add more weapons down here I think. Hopefully I can get a weapon in here. So this would be like a downwards facing one. That's way too close to my rotor blades though, isn't it? Yeah, I can, no way. No way. So I kind of need to find a way to get some in underneath the robot really. Because at the moment it's going to be all well and good shooting stuff that's above me, but shooting stuff that's below me is going to be an issue. So my idea is going to be to place some out here I guess. So let me take that, place a block there instead, and then come back I think, and then out. Yeah, let's go with this. So I don't want to go too far away from the robot, I want it to still be doing plenty of, so that's still way too close to my rotor blades. Way too close, so let's come, so I'm not hitting the rear one yet, so that's good. When I say that's good, I mean that's not terrible. No blocks, of course not. Also, I can just buy some more in a minute, but I want to try and get these slightly further back actually. And if I can just get these blocks to work maybe? Nope. Still nothing. Let me just get a couple more of these. There's really been disorganized this episode, I'm very sorry. And I wasn't planning on building something quite this large is the thing. I keep buying these in 20s as well. For some reason, or 30s I think, even numbers. Let's go down, see if we can get some on underneath there now. Still no. God damn it. I will get some on here eventually. This is the last thing I do. I can't even place blocks in there, that's how close they are. Let's just go down again. I have to go back unfortunately. So I'm going to have to move this up at some point somehow. There we go, we got guns on. Finally. It has happened though, and that's the important thing. It's very, very weak. However, I can use my new toys of aero rods. Oh, so close. I'll just add a block in between then. And then I shall be joining these to the front as well in some manner. So maybe add a curved one. Trying how I can manipulate this to fit, or does this work perfectly? Oh my goodness, I do believe I am a design genius here. That just happens to fit in there, lovely. And then I can just build this up and around and add some blocks to there. So that now gives me 2 guns underneath. And if I can actually get one into the center of this as well. Do I have any of the aero rods left? Not in this tier, so if I had... Why can't they go there? Are these the wrong tier or something? Or they're hitting each other, that's the issue. They're too close now. Well, one of these long ones is too long. Why can't I place this? What's it interfering with? I don't understand what it's interfering with at the moment. What if I delete one of these? Then I can place it. Okay. Just doesn't like how it's being placed apparently. The thing is, I've just realised that I can't do that because of needing a space in the middle for a block. So if I have to bring this out a little bit, so I can't place blocks there. Okay. What if because this needs to be in line with these guns here. So if I do bring this out, really causing me issues at the moment, robot. Causing me issues. I want another gun up front that's pointing down. Can I get one in this gap here maybe? If I add some blocks onto here, hopefully I can just get another gun into this gap. It's not going to shoot everywhere, or anywhere apparently. If I just raise it up a little bit. And then place it on there. And if I can just place it, that's going to interfere with my shields as well. So that's not going to happen. Okay, we're going to have to come up with a different way to get this to mount underneath. And I can't build around these rotor blades, so we shall go without it. Let me just try it in the practice room quickly. If it kind of works, because the idea is that it's not going to be flying high, it's going to fly low level and then win all the games for me, which might work, might not work in this tier. I'm presuming I'm tier 7 still. I'm pretty sure I am. So the idea obviously is that something's above us, we can fire 4 guns up, something's below us, we can fire 2 guns down, and then something's in front of us, fire all of our guns forwards. So the main idea will be that we fire stuff in front. A bit like that, but we hit instead of just missing. Yeah, so it kind of works. It'll be more of a long range thing than and it tilts a bit as well. So then I've got all of my 6 guns firing. So it's going to have to be a stationary fire, I do believe. Because I think otherwise all the guns kind of tilt a bit. And I'll add some jets in a minute as well, just to make myself a bit more manoeuvrable. Also want to see is what happens as we tear up. Because as we tear up, it's going to change in its design slightly. I'm also going to add some more armor around the pilot seat that I've just realised is quite open. How did you manage to flip walker legs? That's impressive. So we're level 4 already. Obviously these guys aren't fighting back, but still, we're level 4 already. And I do believe this is working quite nicely. It's an interesting little design. I'm not really sure. It's kind of got legs. I've just kind of realised that. It's kind of got those 2 back guns are kind of like on legs. So maybe this will work in the end. So it works in practice, and it works in theory. So I do believe that means we shall be leaving this episode here after I've shown you my little legs. Just look at them. They're legs. It kind of looks like an animal, but I can't decide quite what. I kind of going with the frog design. It kind of looks like a bit. I like to see like the frog legs, the front legs like kind of straight out, but still If it was green, I'd be calling it the frog, but it's not green at the moment. Damn it, we're just into tier 8. I don't want to be in tier 8. I want to be at the top end of tier 7. I don't want to swap my rotor blades particularly though. I've got a lot of aero rods that are redundant here, so I'm going to swap these out for tier 6 ones basically. Because I don't particularly want to be in tier 8 too much. It's going to be quite hard to get down to tier 7 if I just change my aero rods, although I have the feeling. Oh, I'm so close. I really just want to get down to tier 7. I didn't realise I'd gone over. How else can I get myself down? I don't particularly want to change the ones on the rotor blades because they're incredibly important to my survival. Okay, so these blocks are not supposed to be there. They're still not there. So we're going to have to start looking at changing out some blocks, I think. So some redundant blocks is what I'm going to be looking at changing. So we could potentially change one of these. So that inner one's got a lot of protection, so I'll actually change that to a tier 6 one. Because that's got a lot of protection on it. Is the plan anyway. And now I'm going to see how many blocks I need to remove to get myself down a tier. If I had a number, it would be much easier. Okay, that block's really important, so that block can't be destroyed. In fact, that block needs to be reinforced quite a bit. I just realised that. I didn't realise that before. That was the single connecting point. If someone destroys that block, that's going to cause me big issues. I'm going to add another block underneath. We might just have to go tier 8. Unless I can try. Let me try out the new different rotors. So currently those are the first 3-bladed ones. So I'll just try out some. Are they the first 3-bladed? They must be. Try out some tier 6s basically. I think they're the right ones. They T7s? Yeah. I didn't have my mirror line on there. I did have my mirror line on there. I don't know how this is going to work, to be honest with you. It's not going to be as manoeuvrable, but it should have brought me into tier 7, but I didn't check again. I might have to possibly add a larger one at the rear, but that might throw my design off maybe a little bit. I'll see if this works. I'm using a... That's why I'm so high. I just realised something. I'm using a high tier 1 at the rear, aren't I? If I change that down for a lower tier 1, it'll make it much easier. That's a tier 8, isn't it? Yeah, I thought as much. Okay, let me go back to using these 2 tier 7s at the front. Okay, so that puts me into tier 7 now, and then I can use another tier 7 at the rear instead of having a 1 tier 8. That was what was throwing the whole design off. Silly me. Now I can possibly even add some jets in, not that I really need them, but I can add them, so I'm going to. And I've got some tier 7 ones as well that are going to fit into this robot if I have to kill them. There we go, we've got some forward momentum now, some extra forward momentum now. See if I can't replace these blocks here as well. I should be able to now. Should have plenty of tier up points to replace them. So now I'm going to actually add, I'm just remembering little things that I'm supposed to be doing. Buying more cubes is one of them apparently. Silly me, again, as normal. I think I'm going to take the jets off in a minute as well actually. I don't think it needs them. I don't think anything needs them. This is a long old build there. It's taken me a while to get this done. So I'm just adding some protection around my pilot seat really. More of just in case rather than necessary protection. And then we're going to get rid of these because I don't really want them. And then we shall be done, I think. So also I can change all my aero rods back now, can't I? I'm going to have this horrible blue on my lovely yellow robot. My frog. I'm thinking of frog at the moment. It's not a very good name for it, but it's... I think it looks a bit like a frog. If someone's going to question me on that, but I do believe it does look a little bit like a frog. So that now works perfectly. So thank you for watching, and I shall see you in the next episode where we shall be playing with this robot and showing how much it wrecks people. I shall see you in the next episode.